Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pam and this is the Mrs. Champion channel. Happy Saturday to you all. We are working on what day is this? This is the 4th Saturday of August already. There's only one more Saturday, so we will be unstuffing these August challenges this time next week. That is crazy to think about, that we are almost facing a Labor Day and which is our last summer holiday of the year. Guys, it just went so fast. My oldest will be 17 here in a few weeks, and I don't know where time is going. I got one of those Facebook memories that popped up, and it was from when we went to her kindergarten orientation, and now she's getting ready to go into her 11th grade year. I don't know. It's all been a blur. That's all I can say. It has all been a blur. All right, guys, we are going to get into our daily savings challenges first. We are going to do a roll for your savings goal from Anna Banana Budget. So let's go ahead and get that. And we'll roll our color dot die to see what we are saving with today. Ooh, we got the yellow. The yellow is the D8. So let's hope that we can actually get a pretty decent number. Now, I apparently don't have my D8 that matches this set. So let me just grab a D8 period and save with that. Okay, we'll use this one. It might be in with my other dice. I have dice everywhere, guys. It's pretty bad. And I went downstairs and grabbed out my skeleton dice because I'll be switching out my binders and everything here soon to fall theme things. And I want to save with those dice. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll our D8. Let's hopefully we can get a big number. Guys, we got a 1. No, I'm re-rolling. I'm not doing that. Okay, 6. We'll take the 6. We'll take the 6, all right? I almost want to add it together and save 7. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do 7. We cheated a little bit today, but I rolled a 1 and a 6, and we're going to go ahead and save 7. So let's go ahead and grab 7. I know I cheated, but I want to try to, optimize the savings as much as I can. Because this upcoming week on Thursday, we're not going to need all $260 in our game day binder. At least I don't think we will. And yeah, so money is going to be getting divided up differently in the next upcoming weeks because we're going to be phasing some things out, bringing some new things in. So this extra $6 that we're saving today is not going to be a big deal. Okay, $55, $57, $59, and $60. Let's go ahead and grab a 10. And I don't think we're going to be surpassing what we saved last month, but that's okay. Any savings is good savings, and it's going to help us either pay ourselves back for things. We could actually save it and put it aside for a rainy day. You know, all the things that we save for. Maybe, you're saving for a night out. So I don't want to diminish what we have saved so far just by comparing it to what we had from last month. Okay, guys, let me pause. I have an incoming phone call. All right, so we are going to get into our daily tiny challenges. That's what this binder holds. And we have been doing this pretty much every day for the last couple months, if I remember correctly. We save $10 a day. So here's our 10. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the bank. And now this 10 has been converted into this $10 worth of prop coins. So we're going to start on challenge number 2. I'm going to go ahead and roll for each of my 8 challenges. And when I'm running out of when I've run out of prop coins, I'll come back and we'll see if we finished anything today. Okay, so we've rolled for all $10 in our prop. So we are going to start on challenge 1. And this challenge is a little bundle that is from Claudie's Creations. We finished one of these already, so we have 3 remaining. And this one says, "Don't talk to me, I'm in chapter 17 drama." So this challenge is receiving $1.50 today. So we can go ahead and mark off 6 of these icons. This is such a cute bundle. Claudie's Creation, that channel has a ton of challenges available, and I am subscribed to her membership. Okay, so that's our 6. $1.50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we finished another one. So we only have the 3 on this one remaining and the 8 on here. So maybe here in a couple days we'll be done with that one. We'll see how the dice decide. All right, number 2 got a lot. So number 2 has $1.50. I guess it just got a lot of prop. It seemed like it had a lot in, monetary wise. This is from Neurospicy Budgeting. This other side I used off camera in another savings challenge. So we're going to go ahead and mark off the remaining 5 of these because this challenge is completed and it saves us $3. We only need $1.25 of the $1.50 that we got. So let's go ahead and get the $1.25 and then we'll start this next challenge off in the number 2 spot with 25 cents. And this is from Kimmy's Corner. This is a freebie she just graced us with just recently. So please go and visit her channel and you'll be able to access her Ko-Fi from there. So this one will save us $3 when we're done. Let's go ahead and mark that now. Okay, perfect. So we're starting that one off with 25 cents. And we're going to go ahead and move on to challenge number 3. And this one is getting $1.50 as well. This is from Creations by Tosh, and it's a double-sided challenge. So we are going to go ahead and mark off 6 of these little mushrooms. I think this marker is dying, but we use things until we can't use it anymore. And I really don't think I want to bore you with my coloring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the remainder of the mushrooms. So it's 2, 4, 5, and 6 for $1.50. And then I'll color that in off camera. All right, challenge number 4 is where we're starting tomorrow. And this one is getting 75 cents. It is a savings challenge from Brooklyn L Saves. I can see it from here. And it says goodbye 2025 and then Happy New Year on this side. So I am treating this sign as a 50-cent piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and shade it in just like that. And then we'll flip it over and save 25 cents on the other side. So I think I am also doing the letters as well. So let's go ahead and color in an H. So each letter is going to be 25 cents. Each Welcome 2026 is going to be 25 cents as well. So we will just keep plugging away at that challenge. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to challenge number 5. And it is receiving 75 cents today. And this is a challenge from Dawn at Dawn Sunrise Budgeting. And it's a double-sided challenge that I made. It's from our football savings from last year. Some of these are 50 cents, some are $1, some are 25. So let's go ahead and mark off another helmet for 25. And then we'll flip this over and let's do a jersey for 50. So I'm not quite sure, I didn't add it up how much it's going to save us in the end, but it's going to be a decent amount for the tiny challenges that we are using. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and move that to the side and we'll move on to challenge number 6. And challenge number 6 is receiving $1.75. This one is from me. And it says, I am Wonder Woman. I wonder where I left my keys. I wonder where I put my phone. And I wonder where my money went. So we're going to go ahead and do $1.75 in here. So we'll only have $1 remaining after today. All right, one more icon to shade in. And let's go ahead and move on to our next challenge, which is going to be number 7. Let's see who it's from. It is from Bonnie at Bonfire Budget. So let me put this one back. This is the next number 7. And it only needed 25 cents, and it did receive $1.25 today. So let's go ahead and mark off this final spot for 25. And that was a $3 savings challenge. Okay, so that's our second one that we finished for today. And let's go ahead and put the dollar into the next number 7, which is from another one from, I think this is Claudie's Creations. I think, I'm not sure. I usually don't like to have more than one challenge from the same creator, but apparently I forgot that that was the case in this binder. So we'll just go ahead and mark off $1 in icons, and we will continue to work on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is going to save $6. Let's go ahead and put that down now. Okay, excellent. And I will color those stars in off camera. My envelopes are super sticky today. Doesn't even really feel humid, so I don't know why they're like that. The next challenge is number 8, and it's our final challenge. It is from Brittany at Budgeting with a Ginger. Control Alt Delete My Job. Okay. So let's go ahead and do 4 of these for $1. And we'll have $1.25 saved in this thus far. And that's going to save us $3 in total when we're done. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, that takes care of our daily tinies for today. We did save $6 in total between 2 challenges, one from Bonnie at Bonfire Budgets and the other one from Nora Spicy Budgeting. So let's go into our bank. We'll grab out $6. 3 and 3 is 6. Put that rest in there. All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this up. This will get put into my sinking fund binder. And like I said, these just help to fund my sinking funds throughout the month without waiting to the end of the month to do a closeout. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tidy up and make some room for our long-term savings challenges. And we'll be back to get those started. Okay, so we are back to do our long-term savings challenges, and what that encompasses is our yearly, quarterly, and monthly challenges. And here shortly, we are going to be unstuffing for the month of August, and at the end of September, we'll be unstuffing for Q3. So we're going to go ahead and get started today, and we're going to start off with this double-sided challenge that I made between Blue Kiwi Budgets, her Happy New Year challenge, and then Jamie at Charma Budgets, her Happy New Year challenge. So it looks like we should be on the Jamie side. So we are going to go ahead and roll a D6 and see which scratcher we're going to scratch off. So 4. So let's go ahead and count on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do this last one down here. We only do 1 a week, and this should take us about to the end of the year. And then it's just kind of like a semi-annual savings, because I just started this in June, I want to say, or beginning of July. So with us doing one scratch off a week, it should take us up to the end of the year. All right, so let's go ahead and count out what we're saving with today. We have 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's correct. So 275. And here, once I get my money situated, we'll go ahead and pull $5 out for our scratch off challenge, or $3. 1, 2, and 3. And so let's see what we have in total for this challenge. 20, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So $37. I'll take one of those 5s. And let's go ahead and put it away. All right, so we're going to get into another big yearly challenge for us, which is Amy by Nature. It saved $2,200 throughout the year. And so we are on 8/22 right here. So we're going to go ahead and save $40 in this challenge. I always come in with my icons pre-colored. So we're going to go ahead and grab 40. And let's go ahead and see what we have saved in this so far. We have 1640, 1660, 1680, $1,700, and $20. So I will fix this tracker here, put the right amount, and then I'll take my 20s out. So we're getting ever so close. Like I said, save $2,200. So next week I'll come in with our that'll be our final savings for the month of August, because we're unstuffing this next week for the month, and we're going to save another $40 next Saturday. All right, our next challenge is a quarterly challenge. This is the section of binder that we're getting into now, and this is from Divine Savings Co. Her name is Christelle. You can find this for free in her Ko-Fi shop. I'll make sure that her YouTube channel is linked down below. So now we are on these 2 spots here, and this blue says to roll a D8, and this one's a D6. So I have my D6, and here's my D8. So let's go ahead and roll and see what we're saving today. Okay, so on the D6, we're saving $1. On the D8, we're saving 2. So we're putting $3 into this challenge. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's see if we can condense down anything, and we can. Let's do this for a 5. And now we have $56 in this savings challenge, and we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks to save in it, and we'll be pulling it and reallocating that money to our sinking funds. All the quarterly challenges go to our sinking funds. The rest of the binder, the majority of it, unless it's a yearly challenge, especially if it's a monthly challenge, it goes to our Roth IRA. Okay, next up is North Country Cash Queen. Let's go ahead and set these challenges to the side. And her challenge is an A5 Summer Savings Challenge. It saves $85. We do 3 a week, so we're just going to go ahead and finish our M. So let me grab some colors here. And let's go ahead and get this colored in. So we are saving $5 because there's 2 2s and a 1. And I just love this savings challenge. I hope she comes out for one for fall. Maybe does like an autumn based one. I would love to do this again for the final quarter, or even if she doesn't come up with it for fall, even if it's just like a Q3 type challenge. So, because that's what I'll use it for. Okay, let's finish getting this colored in, and then we'll grab our orange and do our 1. And I am pretty excited to get this unstuffed and stuff our sinking funds. Our sinking funds are coming along nice because of the tinies, but you know, usually with my quarterly challenges, I save about $1,000 every quarter. So it's nice to go ahead and really fund those sinking funds with that amount of money. All right, let's go ahead and put this 15 back, and we're going to grab a 20. We saved $5 today, and now we have $71 in that challenge. Okay, so now we're going to come back over to our 8.5 by 11s, and this next one up is from Budget with Mrs. P, and we do 3 of these icons per week. So we already pre-colored in our next 3, this, and this. So we roll a color dot die, and then it tells us which one of the D die that we're going to go ahead and save with. So let's go ahead and roll. And we have a yellow, which is a D4. And we're saving $3. Let's do our color dot die again. That's a yellow, which is another D4. And we're saving 4. Got a little fuzzy on my dice. Okay, let's roll our color dot die. That's red, that's a D3, and our D3 is right here, and we're saving 2. So we are putting $9 into this challenge today. Let's see what she has in our envelope already. Okay, so we're gonna do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's put those 2 5s back for a 10. And now in this challenge we have 50, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So $84. And like I said, guys, I mean, our quarterlies really add up because we're saving, you know, over a course of about 12, usually 9 to 12 weeks for those savings challenges. So next week I'll come in with these next 3 already colored in. And then after that, we only have these 3 remaining. And then this will sit in a binder until we unstuff all the rest of the quarterly challenges. All right, next up is the savings challenge from Jessie Budgets. And this is a very low income savings challenge, and I just love it. Let's go ahead and grab, I think I used this marker if I'm not mistaken. And we do, so we have one more Saturday, and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go ahead and do, we're definitely going to do this 3. Let's just go ahead and do this 3, and then we'll do this final row next week. And this was available in her Ko-Fi. It's not a free savings challenge, but I think I spent maybe $2 or $3 for it, and it's been saving me money all year long. Okay, so that was $3, and this is another quarterly challenge. I'll let you know when we're out of the quarter section. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we have $24 in that savings challenge. Okay, and next up is Leanne at the Enchanted Owl's Nest. And, oh, I'm sorry. That was a mistake. I just put this in the wrong folder too, so I'm glad I kind of made that mistake because that was not right. Set that there. Next up is MK at Mama's Budget and More. And this is another wonderful savings challenge that saves you a lot over time. I have been saving with this over the quarter. We're doing $1 per icon. So let me go ahead and grab a brown marker, and this is going to be it for the month. We are doing $6 into here, so we won't stuff this. I just wrote all over myself. We won't unstuff this until the end of the quarter, and we won't put any in here next month. Next week. We won't put any more in there until the first Saturday of September. So we have 20, 40, 5, 50, 1, and 2. So 52. Okay. All right, $52 in that savings challenge. And that's right, yeah, because it's 26 and 26 is 52. All right, so now we are going to get into Leanne at Enchanted Owl's Nest. And this is her Color and Save Challenge. We already did our icons. We pre-colored them, and this should save us $26 this month. We have, well, between the 2 months, we have $50. We have 44 now, so we need $6 to finish this off. Okay. Sorry, I had to do that math because I didn't leave myself a note how much we were saving this month. Or this week, I should have put a little note on her envelope or on here. So I had to add these together and then do a little subtraction. So 20, 45, 47, 49, and 50. Okay, that's right. So 24 and 26 is $50. So we will save in this in a couple weeks from now when we start in September. All right, next up is this Color and Save from Jamie at Charm Up Budgets. We save $5 per icon. So I'm going to go ahead and color in my 6. And this is the final $5 for this month. And we should have $40 now in this challenge, and we do. I'm going to go ahead and put this back and this 10 and grab a 20. So we'll have $20 more to save with next month for the month of September, and then we'll be pulling it for $60 total. Okay, and our last quarterly challenge is from Save with Judy. And now I forgot what my little guy right here was supposed to be, but this is Alberta. So let me go ahead and grab a marker and get her name written down. Oh, we've been using black. I'm glad I didn't get a colorful one. And I already pre-colored my guy. I just got to get his name. I didn't write a little tag with what one of my subbies had picked, but we'll get him named and he'll be colored for next week. So if you want to go ahead and name our gnome, that's what I'm going to start calling this, Name the Gnome. Name that gnome. It's like the TV show. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Name That Tune, but yeah, we'll call this Name That Gnome. So I'll come back with his name, and if you want to find a name or give me a name for him, I'll pick one out of the comments and we'll have him already pre-colored for next week. So let's go and get our $5 for our little guy right here. And let's see what we have saved in this challenge thus far. We have 20, 30, and 40. That's right. Yeah, so they're $5 a piece and we have 8 colored in. Okay, so let's put that back and grab a 20. And there's our $40. All right, guys, so that was our quarterly challenges. Now we're going to move into our monthlies. And like I said, these are helping us save for our Roth IRA. This is a yearly challenge. We won't do that until the first Saturday in September. So moving on to my part of this book, and these challenges are from the Almost Ultimate 2026 Savings Challenge book. And we are starting off with our Saturday savings. And it looks like we only have $8 to do in this, which is excellent. So let's go ahead and color in our 8. And we'll just leave this money in here until next Saturday and we'll unstuff it. We won't have anything to stuff in here next week. So let's put this 2 back, grab a 10, or no, actually put this 10 back and grab a 20. All right, so we have $75 saved in this challenge, and hopefully that's right. I guess I could grab my calculator if it's close and add that up really quick just to make sure. All right, we have 9 plus 15 plus 22 plus 29. And that is $75. Okay, so we did that right. All right, and our next challenge for my book is our August scratch and save. Looks like we need to go ahead and scratch off at least 2 to 3. Let's just take our time first, and I want to see if how spicy these are, whether we do 2 or 3 this week. That's odd, because usually, yep, that looks about right. Okay. All right, that's a 1. So I think we're going to be safe to go ahead and scratch 2 more, and then we'll save the other 2 for next Saturday. And that's a 5. So that's $6. And let's come down here. Ooh, and 7. That's 13. All right, we should still be good. We have been having a good bit of money left over from this savings day. And what I've been doing is go ahead and I transfer the money in the Ally into the back to school, the remainder money to the back to school bucket. And then any money that we had left over from today can go towards back to school savings, because we spent a lot of money this year for back to school. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have in our scratch and save so far, and ignore my little tag. But we have 20, 30, 42, and 3, so 43. All right, $43 saved in our scratch and save, and we have 2 more scratchers, and we will take care of that next week. All right, next up is our monthly game, and we are doing our final rolls for our birthday bonanza. All money that I saved in this is going towards my birthday. We're all saved up for whatever we're going to do for Gabby, so I'm just working on mine, and I think I have definitely oversaved for my birthday. I highly doubt I'm going to save nearly the amount of money that we have saved in that binder. In my personal binder with my birthday savings, there is almost $1,000 in there, so I don't foresee that happening. So me spending that much. So let's go ahead and do our final row. So this is dealer's choice. So I think I want to maximize my savings for this. So I'm going to do a D6, a D8, and a D10. Oh, you know what? These are times 2s. So since we did the D3, 4, and 6, let's do the D8, and let's just hope for the best. All right, so we have a 3. We have a 2 plus 2, which is a 4, and now we have our times 2. Oh, I knew it was going to happen. 8 times 2 is 16. Holy shnikey. So we're putting in $23 into this challenge. I knew that was going to happen. I just knew it. All right, 20, 1, 2, and 3. But that's okay. It's going to birthday savings, and whatever I don't use, I can push towards my anniversary or anything else that we have going on for celebrations towards the end of the year. It's not a big deal. Josh is the last birthday of the year. He is December 29th, so I can always put it in his savings fund too. All right, so we have 20, 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is so funny. We are $1 shy of actually saving my age. So $46. I will be 47 this year, so that was really funny to me. So 46, let's grab a 5. All right, excellent. So that was a good save, but we won't unstuff this until next week as well. And like I said, this will be going to my birthday binder anyway. So let me go ahead and grab a clip because apparently, oh, it's right here. Apparently I misplaced it. All right, so that's all for the savings that are in my challenge binder. And let's go ahead and move on to Megan at Rad Girl Budgets. This is her quarterly play, but I'm playing it on a monthly basis. So when we're done with this row, we'll unstuff this next week for August. So let me go ahead and grab a marker. And we are going to roll 2 D6 dice and see how we do. All right, starting off strong with this 10. So now, since we got a 6 and a 4 off the board, I think I'm going to drop down to 1 dice and see how we do. And we do courtesy rolls around here. We do at least 1. So that's a 4. So we're going to do a 3 and a 1. All right. That's a 4. And let's do our courtesy roll. 2. Okay. So let's see if we can get the 5 off the board and shut the box. Nope. Okay. So we're saving $5 in this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our medium budget. We're still going to stick with the 2 D6 dice, and we rolled an 11, so that's good. Automatically get that 9 right on off of there. So 9 and 2 for 11. That is a 3. Okay, we need something a little bit bigger than a 3, y'all. Okay, let's go again. That is a 7. We'll take it. Now, can we get the 8? Yay, we've got the 8. All right. So now I think I'll do one more time with both dice. We'll take a chance. And that is a 7. So we'll do the 6 and a 1, and then we'll drop down to 1 dice and see if we can get that 4 or a 5. That's a courtesy roll. There's our 4, and can we get the 5? We're doing pretty well today. No, we got the 4. Okay, so 5 more coming in here. So let's put that 5 back, grab a 10. And now let's go ahead and do our high budget. Now when I do my high budget, I do a D8 and a D6. So that is a 9. And if the numbers are too high or beyond what I want to save, I will do the low budget way and add the numbers together. Okay, so that's a 4. That's an 8 and a 2 for 10. That's a 6 and a 6 for 12. That's great. All righty. Now, can we get the 11 out of the way? 5 and 6 is 11. Awesome. All right, so we're going to stick with both dice. So we've got some big numbers on the board. We have a 6 and a 3 for a 9. So let's do the 8 and a 1. Let's stick with both. Let's hope for the best. Okay, 5 and 3 is 8. So we're going to actually do the 5 and the 3. Okay, so we still have the 7 on the board. Let's keep both dice. 3 and 2 is 5. So we'll have to do our courtesy roll. And let's see what we can get on this next one. 4 and 3 is 7. Okay, now I'm going to drop down to the D6 alone. And that's a 3. So we're out. So we have 6 and 2 is 8. Okay, not too bad today. We got away with $18. And shut the box. Oh, let's use this too. All right, so let's go ahead and get this out. This is our last play for the month. So let's see what this has saved us this month, if I can get my money together. All right, so we have 50, 65, 72, 4, 76, and $77 and shut the box. That's amazing, amazing. Let's do this, 77. So let's do that. And let's do a 20. I'm just going to set that to the side there. Okay, so 77, and now that's already condensed down for next week. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Bookish Mama Budgets. I'm going to set this to the side, and we do her scratch off challenges. One is from her Etsy shop, which is this one, and one is from her Ko-Fi membership, which is this one. So, oh, guys, we're done with this one. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. What am I talking about? Let's go ahead and scratch. Calm down, Pam. Calm down. All right, let me grab my scratcher. Okay, $3 for that one, so not bad. And then let's do this one. We'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Lindsay. Holy shnikes. Okay, 10. So 10. And we need to make some change. Let's get 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we needed 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so $13 coming in is from Bookish Mama Budgets. And now we have 51, 2, and 3. Okay, $53, and we have one scratcher left next week. And then we will see how much we save this month. Okay, I just heard my baby girl's alarm go off. Wait, there's more money in here. Oh no, that's for another challenge. Ciao. I'm about to mess up. Okay, next up is Andrea, No Bucks Given. And this is August 22nd. So we are saving $11 today. I already pre-colored my icon. So let's just go ahead and grab the 11. And now in here we have 20, 30, 45, and $46. And we have one more week to save with, and we'll be saving $12. And that'll be a total of 58 in this challenge. Okay, so we have Play to Save up next. We do $2 per flower. And I'm wondering, did I already pre-color my flower? Let's see. So we should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, and 6. $26. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Why do I only have $16? I don't know. I must have flubbed up somewhere. And maybe I put money where it wasn't supposed to go. So what I'm going to do is grab a 10. I'll put a 10 back and grab a 20. So now that we have our 26. So we will do our final 2 icons for, this is supposed to say 30. Okay, that's right. We'll do our final 2 icons for $4, and then we'll have $30 saved. I don't know what happened to my 10 that was in there, but I could see me getting some money mixed up. Okay, so next up is Kimmy at Kimmy's Corner, and we are going to go ahead and do $5 for her this week. We do $5 every week in her challenge, and this is the final 5 for this. So we'll unstuff this next week without having to put any more in it. We should have 20 here. So we have 10, 15, and 20. Let's go ahead and grab a 20. Make it a little bit easier for next week. And put it in her envelope. Excellent. I like how everything is shaping up so far. All right, we have this challenge from Budgeting with Lysandra. We usually do $12 per week. So let's go ahead and take care of one of these cones right here for $8. And then let's do 2 of the letters, the final 2 letters, and that'll bring us to 10 because each letter is $1. Grab my pink here in a moment. I don't know if it was this pink or the other pink, so we're use this one. Okay, that looks pretty close. Close enough. Okay, so that is 8, 9, and 10. These are 50 cents a piece, so we'll do, so that's 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we'll just do 10 this week. So we do 10 this week and then 10 next week, and then we will finish this out at that time. So let's see what we have saved. We have $50 in our savings challenge from Budgeting with Lysandra. I'll grab a 50 over here from the side. Okay, and yep, this is going to save us $60, and we have 8, 9, and 10 left to save. Okay, our game from Anna and Lacey. Anna at Anna Banana Budgets and Lacey at Blue Kiwi Budgets is up next. Welcome to our pumpkin patch, and let's go ahead and finish this out. I think we have plenty enough money to do so. But let's not speak too fast. We have this D12, so let's go ahead and roll that first, and then we'll decide from there. Okay, well, look what we rolled. We rolled a 12, of course. So let's just go ahead and put the 12 in here today, and then we will finish this out next week with our D3 and our D4. Okay, so in this challenge, we have 20, 32, 4, 5, and 6. So $36. Grab a 5. Okay, excellent. And then, like I said, we'll finish it up next week and immediately unstuff it for our Roth IRA. Okay, so Ashley Corella is up next. These are $4 a piece. So let's just go ahead and color in one. And then we will do our final icon next week. So next week, it's crazy. It's our last week. I'll be bringing in a lot of new boards because this is the second half of boards. This is the last of this board. So we'll bring in her final board for September, October, November, and December. Insane to be talking about that, guys. 2027 is right on the horizon. Okay, $4 coming into here. So let's put this back for a 5. And then we'll put this all back and grab a 20. Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent. I love how things are working out so far. Becca Budgets is up next. We're doing her bookmark challenge in a low budget manner. So let's go ahead and do this 21 for $3. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark that off and save 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then her sticker challenge is $5 per icon. Oops. So we're going to do our final starfish for the month of August and then save our $5. Okay, so let's grab, let's see what she has in here. Where's my money? Where's my money, honey? Maybe. So we have 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. So let's do just 15. We will put this back and then grab a 20. Thought I had a 20 here off the side. I do. Okay, so far in Becca Budgets Challenge, we have $42 saved, and that is excellent. I will be finishing this up next week with our final amount of $6, and we won't have any more stickers because we saved with all of our stickers so far. Okay, so that was our final challenge, guys. I don't want to stuff any more into this binder because, like I said, whatever's left over is going to back to school savings. Basically, just paying ourselves back. Then I realized today, guys, oh my gosh, homecoming is going to be here soon too. So I asked my daughter the other day if she's going to homecoming, and she said yes. So any extra back to school funds that we have after paying ourselves back, I'm going to have to help her pay for homecoming. I know she does have a job, but I don't want her funding all of that by herself. So lots of money coming in and even more money going back out. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, helping me grow my channel. Thank you so much for 1,700 subscribers. We are churning and burning our way to 2K. And I can't wait to give away those Coach wallets at that point in time and see who wins those. But with that said, please have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And I will see you tomorrow in our Sunday summer savings binder. It switches up all the time. Sometimes it's our summer Sunday savings. Sometimes it's Sunday summer savings. It's just the triple S binder. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will talk to you soon. All right, guys. Bye.